again everyone, and you join me back in the garage for another painting project. And this time what I want to do is get to grips with this lace painting idea. We did try it on Mia's nameplate, but it wasn't really big enough to get the proper effect. So I've got the piece of steel here that we actually used for that bee project that didn't work out very well. So I've repainted it black. I'm just going to scuff up the front a little bit with some of the red Scotch-Brite. Right, well this time I've got some more Hemway flake, and this is like a holographic silver and gold flake, so we're going to give this a shot. So I'm going to load up the glass jar of the Flake King with some of this lovely flake. I can still see the odd pink sparkle in there, so I'm just going to give it a bit more of a wipe out. I thought I had cleaned it out pretty thoroughly, but maybe not. Oh, sparkly, sparkly. So when I've done this before so far, I've just used the spray clear lacquer to stick the flake to, but this time I've got the proper Flake King adhesive stuff, the FK50. I got this from SM Designs, and they're kind enough to put it in a smaller bottle for me because I didn't want to order loads and loads. So it says on here, maximum of 10% to dilute it with the thinner. So let's mix some up. Actually, before I mix that up, let's just show you how I've got this set up. I've got my ordinary sort of shop compressor there running a little mini spray gun, which I'm going to use for the Flake King binder. And I've got my normal airbrushing compressor linked up to the airbrush with the Flake King 500 thing on it. So I've got that set at around 10 psi and this set at around 30. So yeah, let's go ahead and mix up. I'm going to mix up sort of minimal quantity because I'm only spraying a sort of A3 panel. So let's see how we go. Okay, all seems good. Right, let's go for it. Well, since I've got quite a bit of this adhesive left in the gun, or the binder left in the gun, I may as well do these other two black plates that I've got. Right, I've warmed it up on the boilers. Now let's clear coat it. Well, it's been quite a while since we spent any time on this project. It's been rather busy with other stuff, but tonight I'm going to get back onto it, and I really do like the look of this holographic silver flake. But of course the main aim is to have a go at this lace painting effect and to get that holographic thing to show through. So the first thing to do is to scuff this up again, and I'm going to use the old friend, the red Scotch-Brite pad. I'm going to use it wet with just a little bit of detergent in the water. Actually, you know, I'm not sure that's working so well. I'm going to go and get some 600 grit paper. Right, I'm going to try some of this 600 grit paper with a cork block. This has still just got that sort of slightly gritty feel to it. I want to get rid of that. I want to get it nice and flat. Yeah, I think that's more like it. Okay, well, I've sketched out roughly the sort of pattern I want to do. And I'm not getting too crazy because we are just starting out learning how to do this. And I think the crazier I go, the least likely it is to work. So start a little bit basic and work up to the complex stuff. That's my theory. So the thing to do now is to transfer this design onto here with some tape. Well, it just so happens that today I've had delivered a Flake King fine line tape set from SM Designs. Now, they've not sponsored this video or anything, they haven't supplied me the material, but it's a lovely tin, and in it I've got 4 reels of tape. I've got, what have I got? Don't know, 4 reels of tape of different thicknesses. It does say details on reverse. Presumably the reverse of this label, because there's nothing on reverse the lid. But anyway, I've got this super fine tape, and then a medium one and what looks like 2 slightly thicker ones. So yeah, we should be able to make use of that. I still of course got my blue tape, and that is really quite thick, but I kind of like that. And I've got the masking tape, the ordinary, I think this is 1-inch masking tape. So I'm going to start by marking the outside perimeter, and I did this quite successfully before with the other panel I tried, the first attempt I had with the flake gun, by using the masking tape and then running my fine line tape on the inside of the masking tape. So I'm going to try that with the inch masking tape and then the blue tape around the inside. Let's give it a go. And don't forget, there's a selection of my paintings available on my Etsy shop. Just search in Etsy for Ttxela or click on the link in the description below. Now, rather than just rounding off the corners, I've got a bit of an idea to create a different kind of corner. I'm going to use a mug weighted down with a little bit of water and mark 1 centimetre up each one, and then do like a little pointy inwards thing. Let's see how that works out. Well, sadly folks, the camera didn't catch me doing that. I'm not sure what happened there. But basically what I did, I marked 1 centimetre up on each side, and then I put the mug of water on the line up against the mark. Used the handle of the mug to square it up on the line of the tape, and then just taped that arc round and trimmed off the bits I didn't want, and that's left that sort of a pattern. Now what I want to do now is just put a finer line on the inside of that, so I've got like a double, like a tram line kind of effect. And for that I'm going to use one of the finer tapes from my lovely tin of tapes. Well folks, that took a bit of concentration, that did, but anyway, it's getting quite late, and that is, I think, where I'm going to leave it for tonight. But yeah, very pleased with that fine line tape. You can definitely tell the quality of it. It goes on very easily. Right, it's the next day, and what I want to do now is mark off the centre part here, and I think the easiest way to do that is going to be with some acetate. Now I've only cut half the shape so I can make it perfectly symmetrical. So next thing to do is to mark out the middle of the board with tape, and then put this on and mark each side at a time. Right, I'm going to simplify my design from the original idea because I want to leave enough space for that lace pattern to actually show. So I'm not going to make it as complex as I originally intended. So I'm just going to finish off with some more lines from the corners, I think. Right, and again, it's getting quite late, so I think that's where we'll leave this for tonight. Right, well, it's a couple of days later, and I can start now to get some colour into this, but what I need to do, I think, is to mask off the areas where I don't want the colour. So I'm going to do that again with the acetate and the magnets. So the first thing I'm going to do is some candy red, and I'm going to do that around the edges here and in the centre and sort of these bits as well. So I need to cut some acetates for these blocks to mask them off. Right, now let's set up for some spraying. Right, well now I'm going to blow in this Candy Blood Red. It is a solvent one, so I'm going to wear my respirator and I've got the full extract going. I'm going to adjust the air back to something sensible because I think we last had the flake on this, so take it up to about 30 psi and yeah, let's go. Right, so now that's done, what I'm going to do, I'm going to label up all these different shields with their positions so that when I put them back on again, I can get them in the right place. So now what I'm going to do is take all them off and probably put them in an envelope or something to keep them safe. And then we're going to tape up these little bits here and probably tape up the outside, and then I'll put these 4 shields back, and what we want is we want black in the middle.
Where are you going to put them, Alex? I can put them around the house like an Easter egg hunt.
No, we're going to put them in an envelope.
Where?
Where?
Where's the envelope going to be?
It's going to be in my little box.
Okay, well I know where it is now, so I now can make an Easter egg hunt.
God. Right, now I'm going to put those outer shields back on. I just want to protect these edges as well, so I'm going to tuck some newspaper under the acetates, or at least under the magnets. Right, it's getting quite late, so I think that's where we'll leave it today. I'll just take this newspaper off and leave the rest shielded up. Well, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Give the like button a press. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more.